ladies and gentlemen of all ages, boys and girls. Thank you for tuning in to yet another episode of Angry Meat Production. We appreciate you coming in and letting us be a part of your lives week in and week out. We hope to do our best to present you with something that your eardrums delight in. Whether you're looking at us on YouTube or Rumble, or listening to us on Spotify, Google, or Anchor, or any of the other podcast services that we are currently on or trying to get on. We thank you. And if you don't mind, at the end of every episode, stop by, leave us a comment, leave us a like. If it asks for 5 stars, we'll take 5 stars, even if you don't like us. 5 stars are what it's all about. With that being said, we hope you enjoy our attempt to make our advocation our vocation. Ladies and gentlemen, let the games begin.
Welcome, Angry Faithful. We are Nerd Sports 113. And we're going to talk about the unicycle hockey. This is an actual sport. I saw they got unicycles and they run around. It's like
I saw one that was ice hockey or ice tennis. And of course, it's two dudes in Russia. They're on hockey skates on a tennis court.
I feel like the majority
they're hitting a ball back and forth on hockey skates.
Really?
Dude, I was actually very captivated.
I would be
I
too.
thought I was going to send it to you, but then in the back of my mind, there was that little voice going, he's going to have already seen it, and you're giving him a ripe opportunity to be incredibly condescending. And I just wasn't about that life, bro.
No,
you made him shy.
I do that at times.
You slapped that puppy one too many times.
I probably have. have.
Well, you know, I mean, I don't want to call it a Pavlovian response because, I mean, I'm not getting anything out of it when the bell rings, but
it's the anti-Pavlovian.
I
You're not getting fed; you're just getting beat.
I didn't want to put that evil on myself, Ricky Bobby.
I show him the food. Here's the
food.
But
you know what? Just so that way we can, we can say that everybody here on the show is pulling their weight and doing their due diligence to help further content. I'll send you whatever I come across with the preface that you may or may not have already seen it, but here's my attempt.
Yeah. So
that's the thing. You see, if you don't put the disclaimer on there, then it's on you. See, if you put the disclaimer, then he can't be sarcastic about it.
Yeah, I mean the disclaimer,
that's how it fucking works.
Content may be extremely hot, or stop the engine before attempting to change fan belt.
I mean, he's the reason for a lot of those warning labels. That little packet of desiccant in the beef jerky.
Do not eat. Yeah, I mean, David's that guy that buys a brand new stereo,
or that warning label on the condom.
Like, oh, I got a bonus cookie.
Stereo equipment. Yeah, do not eat. Yeah,
spermo grow.
I mean, with I mean, Colin brought up a great point. I mean, the instructions on a bottle of shampoo, it's surprising that when David goes into the shower that he doesn't get waterlogged while he's in there,
because he forgot to rinse and repeat.
No, because that's all he does is rinse and repeat. His shampoo budget must be through the roof. But yet. See,
that's valid though, because there are certain
hair is I am very sure very unkempt, and it's not fluffy, it's not voluptuous, it's lacking a lot of body.
I'm just saying that there's some of us that may not be able to use the shampoo all the time, and we may have forgotten a few steps. Those of us who are more follicle.
I have found over the last.
You have a beard, dude.
2 years, 3 years, I've really found Duke Cannon. They make that Buffalo Trace bourbon soap.
Oh,
Yeah.
it's fantastic.
Dude, they make shampoos.
They make body wash too.
Yeah, but I was using like the News Anchor shampoo and conditioner.
Yeah.
I found some shampoo at HEB the other day that was made by Duke Cannon with charcoal and lanolin.
Yes.
And then I always use the mint conditioner, hair conditioner. It's got the peppermint oil in it. Bro, that shit feels
It's refreshing.
badass. Oh, yeah. It's great.
What's the okay? I've seen it a lot here lately. What's the benefit of having charcoal in your soap?
It's like activated charcoal. Think it's a cleansing agent, basically.
Well, I know we have it in our
It's just
mask
close
here,
enough
but
where if it gets down onto the skin or whatever, think of it like I don't know, I guess like an exfoliant.
But a natural exfoliant, so you're not putting microplastics into the environment.
yeah, okay.
You're not contributing to the floating plastic continent out in the Pacific.
Oh,
Or
fuck
introducing
sea turtle.
plastics into our food chain.
Fuck those sea turtles.
Wow. The
Dude,
opinions
that's
expressed
a
therein
terrible one right
are
now.
those of David Dickerman and not of Angry Meat Production at large.
Right. Fish are our friends, not food.
What do sea turtles ever do to you, man?
God, dude.
Like,
Yeah,
also,
but-
you just draw, but that doesn't mean I hate the sea turtles.
I mean, yeah, like what did Crush ever do to you, dude?
Exactly.
I mean, what did it do for me?
Wow.
Besides be awesome and be the ocean dwelling cousin to Leonardo, Donatello, Raphael, and Michelangelo.
Exactly.
That doesn't even look like it has legs. It's got fins. It just floats
Because it's
around.
adapted for its environment. There, high speed, low drag.
You have taken some form of biology class, right? Like you understand the basics of
At
things.
times, David reminds me of a tied up college volleyball game. He is ate the fuck up, bro.
From the floor up.
Toe up from the floor up. You are as high speed as a fucking football bat, bro.
Yep.
Ate up like a soup sandwich.
A fucking soup sandwich, dude.
Oh. So, anybody watch The Flash this weekend?
No. I did
No.
go see Into the Spider-Verse finally.
My son told me that I needed to get that
That.
and watch that. He said it was
Across,
pretty good.
Across the Spider-Verse. But that movie was fucking amazing, dude. And the way that they ended it, we're sitting there and we don't realize that 2.5 hours has already passed. And we're sitting there and then it just flashes this to be continued across the screen. And we're like sitting there going, what? Like, seriously?
Cliffhanger.
That's the way you're going to do it? Oh my God.
It comes out the next movie comes out next March.
Yeah. And the next movie comes out in March next year.
Oh, okay. So it's not that big.
Yeah. And it's
It's
called
almost
Beyond
a
the Spider-Verse. Bro, the build up in this one.
I guess Karma came back for Johnny.
Do tell, Johnny.
Karma came back for Johnny. Just
This
to
is-
interview.
no,
It's
this is
like,
what
you know
happened.
Dave's getting bullied way
He's-
too much. We're gonna
No, no,
stop
no.
for a little bit.
He's demonstrating exactly how big of a buildup there was, and then there was the cliffhanger. This
Oh,
is
there. Did you guys see that? Like all the screens went black for a second.
That was all on you, bro.
We
No.
just, we just saw you sitting there with your mouth open, bro.
I'm like sitting there going,
It was like, oh fuck.
It's like we give it just a second to see if there, because there's always hiccups, but it just kind of continued, and then we started talking shit.
well, it just kind of happened as I was opening my mouth to say something, and then the screen went black. So it's like there's
What
no
was
preparing
What
for
was
that.
funny is you're
Her buildup.
the anticipation of it. I mean, Chris was like,
It was the
Did you
build
get
up to it, and I was like, that's
that's
kinda-
that's just
He's
genius.
selling it. He's selling
That
it.
was-
Like,
He's
like
that
William
was
Shatner.
perfect demonstration
Yeah.
of a cliffhanger right there.
yeah.
I mean, he's doing the whole William Shatner thing. You've got to, Mister. No, but like there was a TikTok video, and there's like the people that did the animation and did the directing for the Spider-Verse movies are the same people that did the animation for Cloudy with a Chance of Meatballs,
Oh,
Okay.
nice.
right? So you know how Mr. T played the cop in Cloudy with a Chance of Meatballs,
Yeah.
and then there was his young son, and he
Yeah.
goes, "I wonder," and then he shows a shot of the cop and the kid from Meatballs, and then he shows Miles and his dad, and he goes, "I wonder," and I'm sitting there going,
No
"That's
way.
plausible just enough to be silly and stupid all at the same time."
Damn, and they were both cops too.
Yeah, and didn't look too unalike. Just kind of putting that.
That's bro. Why'd you have to put that in my head though? I gotta tell my son about that.
No, what's funny is the you know, the Lego Spider-Man?
Yeah.
The
No, hey, he hasn't seen it yet. No spoilers.
Well-
I'm sorry. There's a what?
Okay, Lego Spider-Man.
No, I
The-
haven't seen Lego Spider-Man.
Yeah.
Now, the person that directed and made the animation for that is 14.
19.
19. Is it 19 now? I mean, when he actually first did,
Yes,
he
the guy was actually 19, but let it not go unsaid that a 14-year-old corrected you on that, David.
anyway. Moving on.
That's we're not glossing that. We're not glossing that. That needs to be examined thoroughly.
Well, no,
All right, so
he
I
made
bragged about it on Facebook, but I want to brag about it here on the show. Okay, so this dude right here, okay, he had a plan. He mowed yards, he did chores, he did yard work, he saved. And then last Friday morning, I took him down to Best Buy and he bought his very own PlayStation 5.
nice.
That's awesome.
See, don't do it, David, because we can hear it when Chris did it. We don't need. He's going to do it anyway.
Oh shit! Oh
All right, yeah, and then he had a $40 gift card for GameStop. So I take him over there, and he was like, "Man, these games are freaking expensive. Like even the used games for PS5, it's ridiculous, right?" And then the GameStop associate comes over. Oh, we're having a sale. You know, it's like 4 for $40 if they're all $20 or less and they're pre-owned. So, what'd you get? You got Far Cry 6,
Evil Dead,
Evil Dead the game.
Resident Evil Village, and Red Dead Redemption 2.
Yeah, there you go.
That's not bad.
So, I mean, he's got a pretty good starting library, you know, for his PS5. I was like, all right, dude, okay. I'm all about that. All right. That's respectable, you know. I'm like, all right,
Dude,
cool.
some of those used games were like $70, $60.
Oh yeah, they're recent trade-ins, and they're like $5 off of the new price.
Yeah. And it's like you might as well just spend the cheese, get the, you know, for the extra $5, get the new one that you know the codes are going to work on. Which is funny because he got Far Cry, like I said, he got Far Cry 6. He got the freaking gold edition.
Steel case?
Yeah, the gold edition. And it came with the code, right? And you know, if you get a pre-owned game, the codes are never going to work. So what did he do out of curiosity? He types the code in. It worked. So
Wow,
he gets the season pass. He gets Far Cry 3 Blood Dragon Classic Edition, and he gets 3 DLC episodes for Far Cry 6.
Blood
Nice.
Dragon. Wasn't that from Far Cry 3?
Yeah.
Nice. Very nice.
I'm just like,
I-
holy crap. All right. So moving on to
Bought
sports.
Wait a
Over
minute,
the
Chris, had
weekend-
one last thing.
I was gonna
He's
say
like-
I bought myself Diablo
Oh.
4 as a Father's Day present. So that game's
Okay.
been killing me. Literally.
Send me-
I've been dying so many times with that freaking game. It's pissing me off.
Send me a link and well, it'll be later on
No,
today.
because then you're going to just run through everything, and I'm gonna miss all the
I have
lore.
another character set up so I can actually hang out with you.
I know, and then you get bored.
No, I don't get bored. I get bored of that character and I go to the next one.
I don't care about lore. I'm all about the lore. I want to read all the things. I want to hear all the
I'm trying
stuff.
to figure out cow level.
Meanwhile, if the Angry Me Nation decides that they want to help the guy here join in with these other two chuckleheads, send me a PS5, care of Johnny Skelton.
I don't have a PS5. I have a PS4.
Yeah.
But okay. Let me
Diablo
put it
4
this
is
way.
cross-platform,
Let me put it this way. Purchase me a copy of Diablo 4 or Diablo 4.
There you go.
Diablo. It's like saying jalapenos. Diablo 4 on the PS4. There you go. Or get it for me on the Xbox Series X.
I think it's coming to Game Pass soon.
Oh yeah?
There
Well
you
then
go.
never mind.
There you go.
Xbox for the win. Anyway, so over the weekend, the Red Sox and the Yankees played their second series of the season. This time they were at Fenway Park. Friday's game got rained out, and so they postponed Friday's game and they moved it to Sunday as part of a doubleheader. I have stated it before, and I'll state it again. I really don't care if the Red Sox come in dead last in their division and they miss the playoffs. The only thing I really care about is that they beat the New York Yankees. And not only did they beat the New York Yankees this weekend, they swept them.
Nice.
I was sitting there going, I mean, Father's Day, it's a double header. I'm like thinking, all right, cool. And then they beat, just like, it was so good. I mean, it's to the point where Nestor Cortez, he's a pitcher for the New York Yankees. He was quoted as saying, he was like, it's not even really a rivalry anymore. The Sox always kick our ass.
Yeah.
It's the best.
And I'm sitting there going, oh boy, he is having his lunch eaten for him by the New York media. I'm just like, oh my God, that is so, what's the word? Fucking embarrassing.
Kick the trash can while you say that.
Yeah, right. Hold on. Let me see it. Hold on. Fucking embarrassing. Real quick.
Awesome.
But other than that, man, there wasn't a whole lot of baseball news going on. Shohei Ohtani was named the American League Player of the Week for last week. Look for him to be in. I mean, obviously he's in the discussion every year for AL MVP, but I would doubt very seriously, it'd be very hard pressed if he did not win the MVP for the year. I know it's not even the All-Star break yet. We're coming up close to it, but I mean, at this point, no, I didn't.
What's
Just
the
put the
All-Star
lid
break?
in there and just sit in.
July, right?
Anyways, so I mean, we're not even to the halfway point, but I mean, with the type of season that he's turning in so far to this point, it's almost a no-brainer. I mean, he would have to have an abysmal second half to even fall out of first or second place in the AL MVP voting. I mean, it's ridiculous the way that this guy, plays. And I mean, it's almost like he's playing MLB The Show on easy mode. And it's dumb. I mean, yeah, he's going to have a couple of stinker games here and there, but that's just because the law of averages catches up with you eventually. But man, I am just like, wow. It's fun to watch him play. And I'm not an Angels fan by any stretch of the imagination. Now I know that Anaheim has said publicly that there's no interest in trading Shohei Ohtani for any particular reason, for anything, as far as, commodities to any other team. But a lot of the pundits, a lot of the experts, a lot of the former general managers, a lot of the talking heads for the different networks, albeit Fox, ESPN, or MLB Network, they're saying that, I mean, it would probably be in the Anaheim Angels' best interest to move not only Shohei Ohtani, but Mike Trout, because with what they've got tied up in just those two contracts alone, they could probably seriously start a rebuild. Because at this point, you're basically wasting the career of two superstars and potential Hall of Famers.
Yeah.
And it's you kind of have to question the front office and their motives, because yeah, you've got these two players here that obviously fill the seats and everything like that, but
Why do teams do that? Just, I mean, I understand it's for the money at times, but if your team sucks, why are you just like getting a showboat just to fill seats and then not be? You know what?
The problem with Anaheim is they are sharing the same market as the Dodgers, and I mean, granted, you're just a trip down the freeway, to Dodger Stadium, but
Yeah, but you got all that like bullshit they want to pull off.
True, yeah, but with being in the same market as the Dodgers, I mean, if it wasn't for Mike Trout, if it wasn't for Shohei Ohtani, and at this point it wasn't for Hunter Renfroe, who's an outfielder for the Angels, dude, seriously, I mean, being legitimately honest here, the Anaheim Angels would lose absolutely every shred of relevancy that they've got left.
Well, no, even with the two superstars they have on their freaking roster, they still nobody really want to. When's the last time you even heard of the fucking Angels? In the last time, last year. I mean,
the shit out of the Rangers this weekend. That's for sure.
Well, yeah, you got that.
Yeah,
but,
I mean, don't get me wrong; they're a stout team, and the only reason that they're a stout team is because of those two players. And then you could make an argument to add Hunter Renfroe to that to that argument, but
in the big,
it would be kind of like, okay, so to put it in perspective for you, David, if the Angels traded away those two pieces and lost their competitiveness, they would cease to be relevant and almost cease to exist. It would almost be like if Shepherd Air Force Base closed down and Wichita Falls would actually just kind of fold up.
It would. There was a lot of scare about that in the 90s and 2000s that they were going to close down Shepherd during the whole revamp. And you're right. I mean, all we have now is the college. If that goes away, that goes away. They've actually rebuilt a little bit of the portions and put in extra buildings up at the college. But in all reality, the base is what actually makes the town. Really don't have that much here.
Right.
How the best jobs you have here is ranching and oil field, and most of the time, most people just choose to join the military.
Yeah, I mean, like down here, like in Lake Jackson, if Dow, BASF, or Olin were to fold up and decide to relocate, Lake Jackson would die, and most of Brazoria County along with it.
Yeah.
But and then she's going to come back and be like, okay, come on. I love my wife. She's a dear blessing to me. There it goes. There it is. Okay. All right. So, yeah, the ding, crazy loud. I know, dude. I'm sorry. Anyway, so with the moving, oh my god, I can't, dude. You know what? Here, let me try this. Let me do this. There. Hopefully that's better.
Hopefully.
Yeah. All right. Okay. Because I can't mute the notifications on my MacBook while we're recording, because then I can't hear you guys.
That's right.
I mean, hearing us is overrated, anyways.
Yeah, it's not like we're some part of the show or something like that.
See, it's things like that, David, that makes us not want to talk to you.
I barely want to talk to me.
Well, considering you're the one that looks yourself in the mirror 90% of the time.
Yeah, it takes me about an hour and a half to stop crying too.
Yeah, imagine how we feel.
Yeah. I mean, Chris had to deal with it when I went down there to visit with him. He's like, "Why are you always crying in the bathroom?" Because I look at myself.
Like literally every time my phone goes off with a text notification and I see your name attached to it, my eyes roll so hard that I can see my frontal lobe.
That's awesome.
Oh, all right. So moving on to football news. There's
I
not
sorry.
by all means, go for it, David, please.
I got a message, and I take off my ringing stuff. But I got a message from Kurt. And guess what? He's trying to get like $100 just to. He's going to be a congressman now. So it just popped up. I was like, what the fuck is this? $100 for? Oh, he's becoming a congressman.
So I'm going to ask the question that just begs itself to be asked.
He muted himself.
We can't
I
hear
mean,
you.
he is batting 100 on this. It's still muted. Hold on. Let me see if I can. I'm trying to unmute him. I can't unmute him. He muted himself. He seriously muted himself. There we go.
Oh, good Lord.
He knows technology.
Yeah, well, to make my point again, it's not batting 100, you Neanderthal. It's called batting 1,000.
I don't believe you can get up at the 1,000
Look,
bats.
he got a 1 and a few zeros in there. Like, give him half credit at least.
Thank you, Chris. Thank you very much.
Yeah, we're just going to completely forget the fact that he forgot to move the decimal point one place to the left, to the right.
Yeah, I do that at times.
Look, just the fact that he knew there was a decimal involved there somewhere is progress.
You know, I'm starting to like Chris a little bit more.
Baby
He's
steps,
more
buddy,
helpful.
baby steps.
He's more helpful. He knows he's dealing with a mentally handicapped person.
You, sir,
I just have experience working
in
with
a
the
part
mental
of 113 episodes of this show. I would think that at some point, some of this would have stuck like shit to a wall or toothpaste to the side of your sink.
No, I'm like Teflon, man. Can't keep anything on this.
Like that little scrap of turd that's hanging on the side of the toilet that you can't pee off.
He's like the Klingon that you can't shake off.
It just hangs there
I get that reference.
uselessly.
Anyway, NFL news.
JJ Watt is going to be in Houston for the kickoff weekend. He is going to be inducted into the Houston Texans Ring of Honor. It's going to be a fun time. I'm going to see if I can get tickets to go to that game, depending on what weekend it falls on, as far as like my scheduling with the boys is concerned. But I think it's funny that the NFL has a sense of humor, and they scheduled the home opener for Houston. They're going to be playing none other than the Indianapolis Colts.
Fucking Christ.
Yes.
And I'm
Let's
wondering
play
what the odds are for a second consecutive home opening tie.
I would do it just as either A, as a joke, or B, as a constant,
I mean, even if I just put $2 down on that, like
I would,
if it were like 1 in 50,000, right? Dude, just a $2 bet. I'm bringing home what, $100,000?
Yeah.
Dude. I'd throw $10 on there.
Right?
That'd be worth it.
I'm gonna look for that. I'm gonna look to see if there's a book out there that's got, like
It's
prop
Vegas.
bets.
There has to be. There has to be somebody throwing odds on that.
Yeah, I mean, there's got to be somebody.
Get a ton of people.
Or I'll give
there's-
Mattress Mac a call and I'll be like, "Hey, dude,
there's
I've got
there's
an amazing promotion for you." Yeah,
there's bookies now that are betting on Special Olympics now. Did you see that?
Fuck yeah, dude. Then I
I
found
want to see these
They're
prop
willing to bet on Special Olympics. They'll bet on fucking anything.
I want to see a prop bet for Special Olympics. Like, okay, obviously you got your winners and you got your seeding, but it's like,
They have odds out on favorites and everything. I saw the website. It was
and this is going to get us canceled, but it's like, I want to, I mean, is there an over under on the longest string of drool?
my God. I mean,
Lord, I apologize.
putting bets on
Please
which
forgive
wheelchairs
me.
can run out of juice first.
You know what? I found out they actually
Did you
test
say run out of juice or run out of juice?
Special Olympics too. That's what I fucking found out. Because I was researching more heavily than Chris does. I was like, I wonder if they test for like steroids and stuff like that, and they do. That's what got me.
Yeah. Why do you think South Park talked about it? Jimmy was juicing.
I was fucking.
Well, what is the benchmark for allowable testosterone? Because I mean, some of these special needs kids out there have to take a steroid.
Right. Well, it's different.
I mean, you're not wrong.
It's not the performance enhancing steroid.
Well, I mean, Fernando Tatis Jr. got suspended for 60 games last season for using a decongestant.
Hey, that helps you breathe better. Okay, listen.
So do breathe right strips, but I don't see anybody stepping into the batter's box with one.
Oh, come on, those are a placebo, and you know it.
Oh, I know. You see those football players on the sidelines hitting those ammonia packs. It's like,
Oh, did you see the hockey player?
yeah,
Dude, he was like rubbing it in his eyes and everything. I'm like, fucking hell.
That's just being a masochist.
yeah. So that's a good segue, David. So we're gonna move from football because there's absolutely nothing going on. And I said it was going to happen. Game 5 of the Stanley Cup final closed out the Stanley Cup tournament, and the Las Vegas Golden Knights win their first Stanley Cup trophy in franchise history.
Did you watch the parade?
Florida Panthers 4-1. And it wasn't even, I mean, there was zero drama in that game. I mean, what was it? The final was like, where was it? The final on that game was like 9-3.
Yeah, it was not close.
It was not close at all. I'm like sitting here going, holy shit.
That was a good old fashioned American beatdown.
Oh,
Like they put the mushroom stamp on the end of that one in a authoritative way.
very much so. I'm just sitting here going,
Why are you guys even here?
It's like,
Yeah.
did you guys? You remember there was a game, right? Like, did you bring the practice squad? What happened here?
Yeah.
Right,
Women's
exactly.
team. That's what it was. It was women's national team that showed up.
I believe that.
Dude, it was 9-3, and I'm just sitting there going, holy crap, dude. I mean, Stone, he scores a goal at 11:52 in the first period. Haig scores another goal at 13:41 in the first period. In the second period, you had Martinez scoring his goal at 10:28. Smith scores a goal at 12:13. Stone scores a second goal of the game at 17:15. And then Amadio, I know I'm butchering that name. He scores a goal at 19 minutes and 58 seconds into the game. That's during the second period. So at that point, it was already 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 goals before the third period even started. And then and Barbashev, he scored a goal in the third period at 8 minutes and 22 seconds in. Matt Stone scored a third goal. He scored a hat trick in the final game at 14:06. Dude, it was just embarrassing, dude. I mean, to the point where the referees didn't even call a penalty on the Vegas Knights, that they started piling out of their box and started skating down towards their net to celebrate with like 8 seconds left on the clock.
Well, yeah. What are they going to do with 8 seconds?
Yeah, I'm just sitting there going like, oh,
Go anything with 8 minutes.
yeah. I'm sitting there going, whew, that was absolutely brutal. But let me see here. The Cup
But
guys took Father's Day weekend off. Next weekend they're going to be in Chicago for the street race there. No, actually, I'm sorry. I was wrong. They're going to be Sunday. They're in Nashville for the Ally 400. Then it's going to be Chicago, but that Chicago street race is going to be, I don't know, it's going to be interesting to watch. The Chicago Police Department's already racking up an incredibly huge amount of overtime just to keep up with, people trying to steal equipment from the racetrack. I'm just like, good Lord. I mean, it's like, it's not even
Right.
safe to bolt
Wait,
stuff.
they've already stolen equipment, didn't they? From
Yeah.
what you're saying? Yeah.
Like seriously, like along the race route, Chicago PD is having to do like triple the amount of patrols.
Yeah.
I mean, they've tripled their presence just along the race route alone. And I'm just like, yeah, I mean, it's funny. Like you drive around DFW down San Antonio and down here in Houston, when roadside construction sites close down for the day, what's the first thing they do? They take the generator, they hook it up to a crane, and then they lift it like 30 feet in the air.
Yeah.
The damn things don't get stolen. I mean, to be completely and perfectly honest with you, I don't even think that would do any good in Chicago, like at all, because they would steal the crane.
Yeah, that's true.
And then as soon as Chicago PD goes around and starts canvassing for witnesses, they'll be like, I didn't see nothing. Like, you didn't see a crane driving. Okay.
He's sitting in their backyard. I didn't see nothing.
I don't know.
Like, what is that? Well, I don't know. I was here when I bought the house. I don't know.
I feel like that old lady, the old lady monster from Hotel Transylvania. I didn't do it. The Denver Nuggets, they closed out their final series against Miami.
Yeah.
And it's funny because over the last year and a half, it's kind of seemed like one city or one region has been like the epicenter of Loserville, right? Last year, it was Philadelphia. I mean, the Eagles lost in the Super Bowl, the Phillies lost in the World Series, and their MLS soccer team lost in the championship game, right? Well, this year it's Central Florida. The Florida Panthers lost massively in the Stanley Cup Finals, and the Miami Heat lost in the NBA Finals. I'm just sitting here going, oof. I would almost love to see the Tampa Bay Rays go to the World Series just so they could lose.
I was about to say that. I was like, what if because Tampa Bay has actually somewhat been,
they've been surprisingly good here over the last 3-4 seasons, going back to the COVID bubble season when they played the World Series that didn't matter at the Lunchbox in Arlington.
Yeah.
It was funny because I remember being like, I was looking on like the MLB subreddits and stuff, And when MLB made the announcement that the World Series was going to be played at a neutral site, and they announced it was going to be Globe Life Field, somebody immediately got on there and there was like, and it'll be the last time that a World Series ever gets played in North Texas. I was like,
You know what?
damn. I'm just like, woo. Okay. I mean, it's just brutal, man. But
Listen, I would have had a response to that before this weekend. I would have said something, but after this weekend, we had a brief.
I didn't say anything about this season, Chris. I mean, I've got very
Honestly,
little
this
to
is
talk.
this yeah, but we've been disappointed before, so I'm trying to manage expectations.
I mean, I've got, you know, and I can't say I've got Bill Buckner because I don't really honestly think that that was Bill Buckner's fault, just like it wasn't Nelson Cruz's fault, because neither of our teams showed up in Game 7 for those prospective World Series.
Right.
So
It's very true.
It's also a
I've got Aaron fucking Boone,
disappointment.
and you've got Jose fucking Bautista.
Yeah. We'll see. Like I said, we're coming up here pretty soon on the All-Star break. The first half, like they've done well the first half, but you know there's still a whole half a season to play, so we'll see.
Huh?
Let's just say it was not encouraging this weekend.
Okay, I'm sorry. You did the mom thing where you just opened up the drawer and there it was. They materialized. No, they weren't. Somebody from the 23rd century hit the they energized and they beamed those patties into the freezer. No.
She digs them out, she puts them on the top, and then she opens it and says, "Look, they were right here." See, I know how.
Yeah. She asked me just now if we got chocolate chip cookie dough anywhere, and I'm like, no, I don't think so. I know that we got sugar cookie and peanut butter cookie dough. But she's going to go in there and she's going to find it like that. You watch. She's going to come back to the door and she's going to show me the cookie dough, and I'm going to be like,
You're supposed to give applause.
Either that or she already knew it was in there. She buries it way in the back of the freezer where you can't see it, and then comes and asks you. You say, no, it's not in there. It's not there. And then she goes and digs directly where it is, pulls it out.
yeah, exactly.
No,
It's like, told you we had it.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Or she drives to the fucking store, picks it up,
Or
comes
she
back,
just bought
puts
it.
in the freaking thing. It's like, there it is.
Yeah.
It's a lot of movement for being right, but okay, I applaud you.
It's gaslighting at its finest. I'm telling you.
It is. It is.
All right. So for those of you watching on Twitter, YouTube, Spotify, maybe even TikTok, provided David splits the episode up a little bit.
No,
You'll notice I've got Colin in the studio with us today. You know, so there's not going to be any me, you know, FaceTiming him and putting the screen up to the camera or holding my phone up to the microphone. So, with that being said, before we get started, we are going to do our due diligence. And my magical wife, who seems to be able to find anything and everything the second anybody says I can't find it. Magic, right? I sometimes I think she's a necromancer. She just.
I mean, that's valid.
works.
But this next segment is brought to you by Mobile Notary Mindy. She does wills, powers of attorney, medical documents, healthcare proxies, living wills, certifications of trust, assignments of personal property, HIPAA waivers, advanced healthcare directives. She also does I-9 verifications. She's certified with the National Notary Association. She's bonded, E&O insured, and she has a Facebook page. She's Google verified. She's on TikTok. She's also on Instagram. So she's also now she's Ron commissioned. She will be offering remote notarizations later this month. Well, June's almost over, so she should be offering remote notarization soon. But again, give her a stop by, check out her social media platforms. If you need anything notarized, just drop her a message, and she will do her best to try to accommodate you. That is Mobile Notary Mindy. She also has a stand store. So on any of her social media pages, she will have a link to that. But without further ado, we have reached that time. Oh, well, you did that to yourself.
That keeps getting me.
Did you find the chocolate chip cookie dough?
No.
You talk about topical.
Right. If you zoom out, I bet you it's that kid that's got he's got the veins popping out of his neck, and he's like, when you're a Marine and you haven't told anybody in 5 minutes.
Oh, yeah.
So without further ado, hailing from the darkest, deepest reaches of my nether regions, my genetic code, hailing from the Phantom Zone or the multiverse, he has defeated kings, he has toppled titans, he rights wrongs where wrongs needed to be righted. He brings to question your morality and turns your moral framework on its head. Here for your enjoyment, your offense, and just your general sanity. I bring to you, for your ear holes and your eye holes to feast upon, Joke Time with Colin. Get the camera turned over here.
Oh shit! Oh
Father's Day was this weekend. I'm gonna be telling dad jokes.
I have not. I don't think I've screened any of these this week. So
It's dad jokes.
You're very brave.
yeah. So to be clear, just like we had to put that disclaimer out for David earlier, the views and opinions and jokes expressed by Colin during Joke Time with Colin are strictly those of Colin and not of Angry Me Production. Okay, take it away.
I read a book called How to Buy a House. It was surprisingly moving.
I feel someone just drove off the road and committed Harry Carey.
So a cop pulled me over and says, "Papers." I said, "Scissors." And drove off.
Okay. Okay.
That was a good one.
Wow. Wow.
Okay. We're back on the road, folks. Oh, we're back on the road.
So I gave my friend an apple, and he told me first pears. So I gave him that one.
God damn it.
I had to think about that one for a second. I'm like, oh.
That was a sneaky one.
That was a sneaky one. I had to think about it. So
Is that it?
Yes, it.
It was a silent fart of jokes.
All right, so I've got one. You know what? They're dad jokes. So we're going to extend Joke Time with Colin to be Angry Me Joke Time. And this could get dangerous. Could get dangerous. I sent Colin a joke, hoping that he would use it on the show. He didn't. So that
want
gives
me
me
to
the
use
great.
it?
No, you have.
damn it.
Oh my God. Okay. Hold on a second.
You know, I'm gonna get a hot dog stand, and a woman named Anne's gonna work it. So you're gonna have Anne Franks.
What's the difference between a priest and SpongeBob SquarePants?
Oh God.
I don't know.
What?
SpongeBob will ask if you're ready.
Oh.
Oh, oh, fuck.
Oh,
Fucking hell. Jesus, Lord, Jesus Christ, forgive this man for the temptations that he had done. And hopefully, we don't go to hell.
we're going express train. We got that bullet train going.
Woo woo.
Said woo woo.
Woo woo, yeah. I know what's wrong with it. Got no gas in it.
No gas in it.
God. What's sad is I had to figure out where that was from, and I hadn't seen that movie in like ages.
Oh, Sling Blade?
Yeah.
Right.
God, how old is that movie now? Like
Dollar
close to
store.
40?
I swear, and I found there's this company out there, they make these they make decals, right? That for instead of having like mugs printed up, we can just do them ourselves. But I think we should probably just order a batch of coffee mugs. And then instead of putting the middle
That's
finger on the
something I
bottom
need
of the
more of.
mug,
I definitely need more coffee mugs because I don't already have 400 Black Rifle ones already.
right? Yeah, I mean, I live with two women that collect coffee mugs, so yeah.
I've seen it.
And instead of putting a middle finger on the bottom of our coffee mugs, I think we need to do this.
God, it has to be below the waist though, so that doesn't count.
Oh, I know it doesn't count, but David still, Okay, so Helen
He was
Keller
there
walks
for your
into a
waist
bar, then a table, then a chair.
He's staring at what's under the table.
So glad that I'm a bunch of the jokes on this episode.
Hold on a second, guys. Oh, God. What do you call a pedophile with no legs? A creepy crawler. So what did the cannibal do after dumping his girlfriend?
He wiped.
He wiped his ass.
Classic. That's a classic.
Oh, this one's brutal. Okay, so keeping with the theme that we opened up with, but having prop bets at the Special Olympics.
God,
What's better than winning gold at the Special Olympics?
being able to stand.
Having arms and legs.
Oh God. No.
Ooh. Oh my gosh. Okay.
Oh man.
What's the difference between acne and a Catholic priest?
I know this one, and I don't want to say it.
I don't either. No.
I'm not gonna
He
say
quickly slapped that one in the corner.
it. I know.
Blind man walks into a fish market and said, "Hello, ladies."
Pretty bad. I hadn't had sex in so long, and I went by a sushi bar, and I started getting a hard on and getting confused.
What happens if David walks into a brick wall with an erection? He breaks his nose.
Har, 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 har.
Okay, let me see.
Tina Turner, I take a beating.
Ike Turner gave the beat.
What?
Tina's the one that received him.
Yeah, like I said.
Oh no.
They-
Oh
I take a
no.
beating.
What do you do when an epileptic has a seizure in the bathtub? You throw him in some laundry. These are not my material, people. So wow.
Damn. I mean, that's just being economical, though.
Yeah, it actually is.
What do elephants use for tampons?
Rabbit.
Sheep. Have you ever seen a blind man swim? It's okay. He probably hasn't either.
Like the tough guy, he didn't hear that coming.
Oh,
It's like my Mexican neighbor keeps on trying to talk to me and everything. I keep on just walking off. And one day I said, fuck it. I go up to him. I was like, listen, I don't know sign language. That was a joke.
oh, well, okay. The clarification was funnier.
The fact that you felt the need to have to say, no, really, the joke's over, guys. Yeah, we knew. We knew.
Well, you know how we've always said that you shouldn't run with scissors and lesbians shouldn't scissor with the runs?
Mm-hmm.
Well, the tenderest love in the world is between two homosexual men with hemorrhoids.
I mean, you're not wrong.
Right?
I've had hemorrhoids. That fucking shit sucks. You barely touch yourself just to wipe your ass.
Oh, here's a cerebral joke here. What kind of wood doesn't float? Natalie Wood.
Oh my god! Damn it! Oh my god! What the fuck? Dude, that was unnecessary.
Right?
Holy shit.
What's green and eats meat? Syphilis. Ooh. Oh.
Okay, I got a question. Okay. You say you send me like, hey, what time are you gonna pick me up? I'll give you a time. It's like, hey, can we do it like 10 minutes, next 10 minutes more? I'm working out right now. What the fuck would you give me that goddamn fucking? I'm trying to get some people together to go see a movie. And he goes like, hey, what time you want me to be ready? I was like, 7:20. Can we do it like 7:30? It would be a little. I'm working out right now.
Yeah, sure. Let me call the theater and have them put the screening on hold just for you.
I'm like, fine, whatever.
See, my question is, why do you need a group of people to go watch a movie?
I don't.
It's not like you're talking during the movie.
I'm gonna go see the same fucking movie with a couple of friends because I said I was gonna go see the movie with him, and he's kind of like my special needs boy, so I have to.
I'll tell you, now you know what you are to us. So
I have not. I have
greatest,
not. I have not.
the greatest movie experience that I have ever had in my entire life was during COVID I had the entire theater to myself. I was the only person in there. That happened to me twice.
No, even better.
Greatest movie experience of my entire life.
My greatest movie experience was going to see Ghost in the Shell with some, what was it? What the fuck was her name? I'm blanking out. Black Widow chick.
That's how memorable it was.
No, you know, well, the movie sucked. But anyways,
I thought he was going to say something like it involved a glory hole.
no.
That
It
came
was-
after.
It was an arcade.
It was a different movie.
I downloaded the wrong Mandalorian.
Completely different theater.
But no, I went to go see the movie and the movie sucked. I mean, it was just drawn out. But what made the movie 100 times better is this little special needs girl. Anytime there was like specular lights and like bright lights and everything, she would scream out, yeah. Well, half the time I was like, this is she's more entertaining than this fucking movie. And I was like waiting for the movie to come up and have like shiny lights and everything. And it fucking came up and she was screaming, yeah. And I was like, yeah, fuck yeah.
David,
So that was my entertainment.
David,
Why did Sally fall off the swing?
you were that little girl, weren't you?
No. Why did Sally fall off the swing?
Because she has no arms. Knock, knock.
Who's there?
Not Sally.
She could kick it. That's how I knock on the door when my hands are full. I kick it. Kick that son of a bitch.
I use the doorbell approach. The
I am
bell.
the one that knocks. I feel like we should issue an apology to the special needs community after this episode.
We really should.
Went hard to paint on that today.
I'm just glad no one
But I
will
apologize.
of the fucking show. Oh,
This time it
It
wasn't all
was David's fault for the Special Olympics even getting brought up. So,
well, it's a thing that people are motherfucking Special Olympics. It's part of news. Technically, Special Olympics is new sports news. So we're covering it. It's not my fault. I'm just surprised people are making bets like in The Ringer. They apparently never seen that movie. And what's really funny is the people are like,
We get
"Oh,
ice cream.
to think about this stuff." And then someone just chimes out in the background and goes like, "What do you mean we went fucking ice cream?"
Did you hear Bobcat
Fucking
Goldthwait's stand-up routine about the Special Olympics?
No, I
No, it's
forgot.
like,
Oh, dude, it's on Spotify. Check it out. It is hilarious. He's like, they started having engine problems and everybody's freaking out. And he goes, except this one kid. He's just in the back going, yay. He goes, I want to be that kid when I grow up, He starts talking about what the headline in the paper would look like.
oh my god.
Who would get the bill? Who would get top billing in the headline? Would it be him or the Special Olympians? Dude, it's great. Okay, so Colin has been patiently sitting here, and he tried to get away before he had his outro. So let me go ahead and try to do this here so we can land the plane, because we have gone horribly off the rails, and yeah, we're probably not going to get invited.
Not my fault this time.
Yes, you sir are the new Worf. It is not your fault.
That was not my fault.
In fact, after we get done filming, Chris is going to go sit down in his chair and he's going to go promptly to sleep.
I very well might.
Right.
It's a real possibility.
So while you have been sitting here, soaking in the inhumanity, the moral debauchery, and the wayward joke telling from not only Colin, your Ronin of inappropriate jokes, you have been assaulted, you have been abused, dare I say, you have been run on by 3 additional hosts trying their best to make sense of the devastation that lay before you. You will never hear the debris has stopped falling, because the debris will never stop falling. But fear not, for you live in a time and an age when you can simply scroll past, skip forward, or just simply ignore. You have been privy. Nay, you have been privileged. You have been blessed from upon high by the powers that be to have been a part of this historically infamous episode of Joke Time with Colin.
Dude,
Now,
I press buttons.
as Colin goes away, he hears part of that sound effect and he kind of mumbles under his breath. He's like, so done. Oh, man. So some baseball news just flashed across my phone. Last week, when the Red Sox visited Yankee Stadium, Tanner Houck had come into the game. He was pitching. He was hit in the face by a line drive, and it was announced that he's going to undergo surgery to have a plate put into his face.
Was that bad?
Yeah, I mean, when it came off the bat, it was probably going every bit of 112 miles an hour.
Oh yeah.
Shit.
So,
Yeah, it sounded bad when it hit too. It was ugly.
I always find it hilarious though, like in baseball games, like what is it, Super RBI baseball, and then even in MLB The Show, you hit a comebacker and you bean one right off the pitcher, and it's like they just die right there. I mean, like the pitcher just dies, dude. They fall in the most unnatural way.
You died funny.
Right?
God damn it, Chris.
Like, if you're pitching and something like that happens to you in a game, I mean, is it like Dark Souls? It just comes across the screen, you died. Like,
You get the GTA sound effect.
everything goes slow-mo and black and white. Wasted. Where was that one video of the GTA playthrough? It was a guy, he jumped a sports car off a ramp and he accidentally left the car. He dies, respawns at the hospital, takes 2 steps. Takes 2 steps, and the car that he jumped out of lands on him and kills him again.
Yes, I saw that. Oh man.
What? Like,
I see that with planes all the time too.
right? Yeah. I mean, ugh. I started thinking about it too, because I was like, man, because I've still got my copy of GTA 5, and I'm just like, well, they're never going to come out with a GTA 6 until the next generation of consoles comes out. I'm like, I'm pseudo halfway debating as to whether or not I'm going to reinstall that game and play it. Just to play through the storyline.
You know, you can do GTA Online now on private servers and be able to do all of the heists and jobs and everything without having anybody else in there. You can invite whoever you want in there and have it in a private server. It doesn't have to be public.
Really?
Yes.
Do some homework
Yes.
on that. Find out what the cost would be for that. That might be something fun.
GTA Online. It's install it. You have access to online.
No, I mean as far as like the private server.
Oh, it's all you have to do is just go in when you go into to log into GTA Online.
Mhm.
You go in and switch to a private play session.
Okay. Well, I don't know.
And
We
then
might
just make it
branch
where-
out. We might branch out and do like game night videos or something like that, where the three of us hop online and
Yeah,
All you do is
a lot
you
of
just go to a different play session and make it friends only or invite only.
Mhm.
Nobody else can get in. You invite whoever you want, and it's just you're it. You do whatever everything. You can do it all, and you don't have anybody else to have to worry about. That's fantastic.
Yeah, I'm down with that.
Yeah,
Yeah.
did you see
let's take a
OnlyFans
look at that.
trying to get away from porn? They're like, they're legitimately
They've said that before, and everybody threw a fit, and they got away from it. There's the dude. If they do away with any sexual activity on their website will go away.
oh yeah,
Nobody is using that for anything other than
Oh,
porn.
we're talking about Oscar Foxtrot.
Yep.
Yeah, they
Yeah.
tried that once.
say it now.
Yeah, they tried that once.
Yeah,
Yeah,
And-
that was like last year. And we started making jokes on our show about
I guess we went over it.
yeah, we did. And we started making jokes about how all these people that were on there posting themselves on the page for money would have to actually go out and get a real job that relies on their personality.
Yeah,
Just kind of putting that out there, man.
I mean,
I mean, you think about it. You're a 20, 30 something year old woman or even a guy at this point, and you've got an Oscar Foxtrot page. See, I almost slipped up and said it.
oh, you can say it now.
Oh, you can. Okay, so you've got an OnlyFans page, and then years later, your kids surfing the internet, and what do they find?
Wow.
Like,
Mommy, what are you doing
or
with
even better.
sausage? Oh, that's not
Even better, your kid's getting bullied at school, and their bully brings it to your kid's attention.
At least my mom's not on the cover of Crack Whore magazine.
Right.
Oh shit, your mom really is on the cover of Crack Whore magazine.
Mom.
I told you, Eric. I was young back then.
I felt like I made it. You know what's really sad is nowadays people something like that like, yeah, I'm on the cover. I feel privileged that I made it on someone's cover. They'll like use it as a
That'd be a compliment. no.
a goal.
Now it would be considered empowering.
Yes.
But the obligatory comeback would be, well, it's better on the cover than under somebody's cover, I guess.
I mean,
Who actually uses the cover when you're having sex? Who actually uses the covers?
Yeah.
They just get in the way.
That's true.
I'll toss everything away.
I'm just saying, like,
I get everything off that goddamn fucking bed and just use it as a bed. I might grab the pillows just to like prop her up, and that's about it.
yeah, but see, then you're on top. You're not underneath anything.
No, it helps with the back.
God, you're old.
Yeah.
House of the back.
I'm talking with her. Like when you're doing it doggy
so
style,
crunchy
you
in her
put
hip.
it underneath her fucking stomach. It helps her, you know, with her.
Yeah.
back. I'm thinking about her. It's
Mhm.
either that or get with that triangle. Johnny's
Is
there
it
going.
because you're too short, both vertically and horizontally?
No, it's just Just sucks in general.
It's a
Or are
coincidence.
you like the Zohan where it's all hair?
It's all hair.
But see, like you clip it together right, and you like do the felt thing, get a little wax right there. Like that could be. He gets like double the length right there.
Yeah.
Just remember, Dave, that you need to trim your hedges to make your deck look bigger.
No, I put a little bit of oil there and I try to start a fire and I try to put it out. I think it's just funny. Honestly. I mean, it's painful and not a lot of people want to see it, but
You know, it's a sad day in David's world when the second degree burn blister is bigger than his pecker.
this is true.
He's like, wow, I should have done that a long time ago. That thing is huge.
He's like, look at me, baby. I got 2 dongs.
Guess which one is real?
Either way, you're going to get squirted in the face if they touch it wrong.
He can start his own subreddit. He can start his own subreddit, bolt-on domes.
It's almost fell down.
Oh my god. Oh man, that's horrifying.
Oh,
Oh, man.
no.
Let's land this plane.
Yeah.
I think it crashed
We're
about 10
gonna have to do like an impromptu show on Saturday night, the night before we go to the race, from the hotel.
Yes.
Bro, we're gonna have people looking at us 6 different kinds of ways of just cross-eyed and funny. I mean, just some of the jokes alone that we're gonna tell are either gonna get us kicked out of the hotel or the police get called.
When we're checking in, we'll say, do you have any decency laws in this part of town here?
Right.
We want to know exactly what we're dealing with before we
Like, we're gonna shoot a show right over here in the lobby if you're cool with that.
you should probably keep young children away because
Right. They'll be like,
if you have young
Well,
children or
what would you
taste,
rate the
probably
content?
stay
Oh, definitely M for mature. Like, there's 3 different types of shows. First show is the one that you can take the Pope to. The second show is where you can take your mother to. Then the third show is the one where you're going by yourself. We're that show.
you're wearing a trench coat, sunglasses, hat pulled down low so nobody can see your features. That's the
No,
show.
David. No. Leave the trench coat at home.
Attraction though. He wants to show off his bird bubble.
The Nerd Sports 113. That's it, everybody. I'm David Dickerman.
I'm Johnny Skeleton.
I am Chris Jecka.
Thank you all for watching. Thank you all for listening. I'm on here next week, so I'll talk to y'all later. Goodbye.
Bye.